I'm Emily from MSc, and today we'll be talking about studying English at A-level.
I'm Jonathan Lomas, I'm Head of English at Retraite. I don't think it's as great a leap as it used to be. Most of our students have studied a very demanding course at GCSE, including a Shakespeare play and a classic novel. And so when they come to the A-level course, I don't think they find it as difficult as they did in the past, because we also have a Shakespeare play, we also have the type of poetry that they've studied before. We have a few more texts, so perhaps it's the quantity of the texts, but the quality should not be a challenge.
What are the first few weeks like at the beginning of A-level?
The first few weeks build on their understanding at Key Stage 4. We study Othello by William Shakespeare. There are 2 questions in the exam on it, and we link it to a paper called Aspects of Tragedy. Having already studied Romeo and Juliet in Year 9 and Macbeth in Year 11, most of our students already have a very clear idea of aspects of tragedy, the tragic cycle, a tragic flaw, and we just reinforce that at the beginning, as well as giving some more specific context on this new text for them.
Is there anything students can do to prepare them?
Yes, we have a reading list which we give out. I would suggest watching if possible. I think living in London we're very lucky. We have lots of theatres here, such as the Globe, and if students can get to see any tragedy, it doesn't have to be one that they are studying, watch it for themselves. I just think that's a fantastic opportunity to understand the stagecraft of a dramatist.
What sort of homework would you be setting for students?
The homeworks will vary. Again, there will be wider reading around the subject. Also, there will be research. We will ask them to go out and find answers to specific questions, and also to prepare for essays. One of the tasks that the students will have on the course is to write an essay on a book of their choice. This will be a novel, and we will help them find a specific question for it, and that essay will contribute 10% of their final grade. So thinking ahead to something they might like to write about, a writer that interests them and that they feel passionate about, would be helpful.
Would you say the first term is a lot different towards the last term?
I think it might once have been, but since the GCSEs have become a lot tougher with the new level 9s, I don't think our students will find it as noticeable as once they did. It will be quite challenging, but most students will only have 3 subjects to actually prepare for, so I think they will meet those challenges relatively easily.
Would you say half term would be more of a time to research and study rather than just simply resting?
I think there does need to be a careful balance. I think you do need to be refreshed. I think students who manage to cover the homework and the classwork within the term do deserve a rest. I would rather have a student who is getting enough sleep and is awake in the classroom than a student who is feeling burned out and who might be in lessons but isn't really learning. You know, when we ask our students to be the best, we think of B for breakfast, E for exercise, S for sleep, and T for 3 types of revision 5 times a week. But that S for sleep and for rest, I think is very important. I think they do need an opportunity to relax.
What are some tips you would give to students when they're going into exams?
As both a teacher but also as an examiner for AQA, is answer the question. I've marked an awful lot of exam papers this summer. Many of them have been very good, but some candidates, they write pages of good material but we cannot as examiners give them credit because they don't answer the question. If you're going into an exam with a planned essay in your head and it doesn't fit the question, you are going to get an E grade for that essay, even if what you write is A grade. So spend a little bit of time, read the question, think about how you will respond to that specific question, spend time planning. One of the English exams is very long, but at least 45 minutes, 15 minutes per question should be spent on planning.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It's been very helpful.
Thank you. Thank you.